Just in case you missed it, last Sunday, Star Trek Picard Season 3 came away with some really big wins. This is a special bonus edition of the Star Trek Void, where I try to fill in the gap between new episodes with news and information and hopefully a little entertainment. This time it's all about those Saturn Awards and how it affects the future of Star Trek Legacy. Sir Patrick Stewart took the win for the Best Actor in a Television Series, a well-deserved win as he played a father who lost the chance to be one, faced yet another familiar but devastating foe, is forced to deal with the very real possibility of losing that child, and in the middle of all this, just an amazing number of reunions between old friends. Johnathan Frakes, of course, took home a win for Best Supporting Actor in a television series, and a well-deserved award as we saw so many sides of Riker. We saw a lost husband and father, the consummate officer, one of the loyalest of friends, and amongst all of that, a leader. And then, of course, there's the win by Jeri Ryan, as she was honored for her performance as the Best Supporting Actress in a television series. This is, of course, no big surprise. She stole every scene she was in. She played that irritated commander, the devoted friend, and even a teacher at times. We saw 7 of 9 grow so much in Picard, but this final season truly brought out the very best of Captain 7. And the even bigger win of the night was this, as Picard's third season won Best Sci-Fi Television Series at the Saturn Awards 2024. Yes, huge congratulations out to this group. They did an amazing job. It really was probably one of the best seasons of Star Trek I think I've ever seen. So well put together. And with Star Trek overall, really, this meme says it all. News, Star Trek at Saturn Awards. Star Trek Picard took home 4 Saturn Awards, including that Best Science Fiction Television Series, while Star Trek Strange New Worlds' Paul Wesley won Best Guest Star for his work as James T. Kirk. It was really just a magnificent night. But with that Season 3 series win, it opens up the question, well then what about Star Trek Legacy? I mean, we know that Metalis can run the show. He has such a respect for these characters, where they are all coming from, where they could be going, and a respect for the universe of Star Trek itself, and heck, how it could grow with this new crew. So how do we get Legacy? Well, quite frankly, at this point, it's up to us. There's only so much an award show can do. While these wins continue to keep Star Trek Legacy in the minds of fans, actors, the writers, pretty much anybody who would be involved in making a new series, will it be enough to convince the people upstairs, those bigwigs, to finally announce the show's creation? There are still some big hurdles to get over. First, there are the projects that are already underway. Section 31 is, of course, being filmed right now. And of course, production for Starfleet Academy is going strong as we know scripts are being written. Then, of course, there are the already existing projects, Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks, for example. Prodigy's now over at Netflix, so yeah, it doesn't go on this list. There are also the projects that we expect to be under production soon, including the Picard movie, recently announced, but no script written yet, and that 4th movie in the Kurtzman timeline, though it's a prequel. So yeah, an idea, not sure how far it's gotten, but we know that it's something that's been talked about. Something that hasn't happened with Legacy unless you're a fan or an actor who wants it made. And of course, there is the precarious business of those shares up for grabs, which could mean a merger for Paramount with Skydance, WB Discovery, or the Allen Media Group. All that could impact Star Trek properties differently, both existing and those yet to be made. So what these wins for Picard do for Legacy is this. They keep the conversation going. And right now, keeping the idea of Legacy alive might be the most important step in seeing it come to be. But we can't count on award shows to do all the work for us. We fans, we have to get involved if we want to help be the catalyst for its creation. And honestly, the work isn't that hard or time consuming and really just relies on your passion as a Star Trek fan.
Star Trek Legacy, Legacy lives in my heart and mind. Honestly, we don't have any word on Star Trek Legacy, but if we're all manifesting it, put it out there, put it on social, who knows, the powers that be may respond. And in the Star Trek world, never say never. Anything can happen.
The first and easiest thing to do is to remain active on social media by using Legacy-related hashtags whenever appropriate. Such hashtags include Be Loud, Captain 7, And the most obvious of all, Star Trek Legacy. Oh, and always try to include Paramount Plus just so they know we're talking about it. Sharing on social media can also be very handy. If you see a great Legacy post, a piece of fan art worth sharing, or say a haiku, share and keep sharing. You could also visit my good friends at Letters for Legacy. There, you'll find our mission statement, some templates for letters, as well as the address to send it to. And as Jay of SciTrek stated, letters make a big impact because they show effort by the fan. I mean, you have to write it, put a stamp on it, walk it all the way to the mailbox. Whew. But I haven't written a letter in years. How do we do this? Oh, you can do it. In fact, it's so impactful that I'm making it my mission to attend the Indiana Comic-Con to collect, I'm hoping, 1,000 letters to send along to Mr. Tom Ryan, CEO of Paramount Plus Streaming. I'm hoping for a bit of assistance in that regard, as the vendor's table and supplies add a bit to the regular price of admission. I'm having legacy posters made, created by the artist Will Wong, business cards to more easily spread the word for convention goers. You'd be amazed how easy it is for people to share a QR code. 1,000 printed letters ready to be signed, as well as some lovely stationery for those who'd like to pen their own letter. I've also begun ordering t-shirts and hats for volunteers who are willing to help us out for a couple hours. If you'd like to help out, just post in the comments below. And of course, I plan to have some little things for swag. Think slap bracelets. Though if I do end up raising enough, I'd also like to get some silicone bracelets, just another easy way to spread the word. So far, there will be 3 of us in attendance. My sister, another avid Trekkie, my youngest daughter, who is a Trekkie in training. She really enjoys Prodigy and a few other characters from other shows. Spock is her hero. And they've both volunteered to help me out. So any assistance on the expenses would be appreciated as we man this table for 3 days, hoping to gather enough signatures to convince Paramount Plus to make that announcement and give us the show they hinted at. The show all actors expected to appear are waiting to hear about, the ones the writers are waiting to hear about, and the show we know Metalis would be perfect as showrunner for. Help us make Star Trek Legacy happen however you can. At this point, it really is up to us to keep the talk going, to make sure they know we want it. Thanks so much for checking out this video, and do subscribe for regular Star Trek updates. For more information on how you can make sure Star Trek Legacy happens, and if you'd like more Star Trek information, check out any one of my regular updates here, and I'll see you there.